Okay, I want to tell you guys about my story about almost drowning at the Jersey Shore and this lifeguard named Bill who saved my life. So, this was probably about, I would say about 5 years ago. So, I was older, I was like 35 at the time. No, maybe it was even, it might not have even been that long ago, maybe about 4 years ago. And I've been swimming at the Jersey Shore my whole life. And so one day we rented a pavilion. You could rent pavilions out there. And I rented this pavilion, and I had my son, my two sons, and my friend's son with me. And my husband met up with his friend later on. So it was, my kids were like boogie boarding and everything. So I'm like down at the beach, and everybody else is chilling up at the pavilion or whatever. And I'm down at the beach, and I'm in the water. And the whole time we were there, I could see the riptide. So I was really nervous. And I kept telling the kids, I'm like, you got to be careful of the riptides. Be careful, you swim parallel to the shore, all this stuff. And so the whole time they're fine, they're swimming, they're having a great time, everybody's great. They go and they get out of the water, and they go back up to the pavilion, and they go to dry off. And here I am, like, okay, I'm going to take a dip, and I'm going to get, you know, some sun rays, and I'm going to swim and float, and I'm going to have a good time. So here I go. I'm about shoulder deep into the water. And normally it's not a problem. I'm a strong swimmer. I've always gone to the beach. We've been down at the Jersey Shore, living here for over 20 years. Like, I'm used to it. So I'm there, and I get caught in this riptide. And now I'm like, oh shit, I'm in this riptide. So what do you do if you're in a riptide? You swim parallel to the beach until you get out of the tide. So that's what I did. So for about 10 minutes, I'm swimming parallel, and I'm fucking getting exhausted. And now I'm starting to think, like, oh my God, I'm going to get eaten by a shark, right? Because at this time I was watching these videos about all these people getting eaten by sharks, like in Australia and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get eaten by a shark. So, so at this point, now I'm exhausted. It was probably about 5 minutes that I've been treading water, trying to swim parallel, and just trying to like survive. And now I'm getting brought out deeper into the ocean. So there's people probably about 20 feet in front of me towards the shore. And at this point, I'm freaking out. I'm like, I'm going to die. I'm either going to die and drown with nobody even noticing, my whole family and my husband's friends and everything, my kids here. Nobody's even going to notice that I drowned. Or I'm going to wind up needing like the jet skis or a boat to come save me, which is embarrassing as fuck. So now I just put my hands in the air and I signal to the people in front of me that I'm drowning. They get the lifeguard's attention. The lifeguard jumps in. Now listen, this lifeguard, I'm thinking it's a lifeguard. Look, it's this hot lifeguard, like this blonde, six-pack, sexy fucking ooh, look, I'm getting aroused right now. And it's not, okay? It's this fucking short, bald dude. He comes in, swims out. I didn't know he was even short or bald at this time, right? I'm just dying out here in the ocean. And he swims out, and then he grabs me, and he drags, or he swims me in and everything. I'm exhausted. I'm not even lying. Like, I'm literally out there for probably about 15 minutes. This is a long time that you're treading water or like trying to survive and float in the ocean. So he brings me in. As soon as we get to the shore, he like pulls me, like, we get to the shore and my legs just give out. That's how exhausted I was. Like, I literally couldn't even stand. My legs just give out. As soon as we got onto the sand, I stood up, my legs give out, and I fall to the ground. He literally picks me up by my biceps, like by my arms. He picks me up and fucking stands me up like this, right? You can't see like this, but he stands me up. And he's like, you're all right, you're all right. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, my name is blank Betty. My name's not Betty, but I'm like, my name's Betty. Thank you so much. Thank you. You saved my life. I'm thinking like he's going to be like, oh, it's okay, Betty. Oh, I'm here for you. He was like, yeah, turned around and walked away. Now I'm standing on the beach all by myself. Nobody's, like, you see in all these videos, people clapping, like, oh, her life is saved. No, nobody's clapping. Everybody's just staring at me like I'm the idiot that I am. And I just have to do like this walk of shame all the way to the pavilion, which is all the way at the back of the beach. Like the pavilions are at the very top of the beach. So I got to do the walk of shame all the way to the beach. Then I look and I see the lifeguard is this guy, Bill. Well, he told, that's what I said. I was like, oh, my name is blank Betty or whatever. And he was like, yeah, my name's Bill. And he just drops me on the sand. And he walks back to his lifeguard station. And I'm just there like an idiot. So kudos to Bill. And I call him Bill the Grumpy Lifeguard. And one day I'm going to write a children's book all about ocean safety and how Bill, this grumpy, bald, short, white guy, saved my life. Thank you, Bill. Love you. Bye.